All right. So, I just finished episode 5 of Kenobi. Um, yeah, that was an episode. That was a crazy episode. A lot happened in this episode. Um, I'm still have to process everything because it just happened, and it's. I will say I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, of course. Um, but yeah, I think that this is the episode that people were expecting that the whole show would be like. Spoilers. Um, because we got some Obi-Wan action, we got some Vader action. We got to see finally get to see flashbacks with Hayden and Ewan together. Surprisingly though, the flashbacks were like during Attack of the Clones. With that time period, which I thought was an interesting choice. Um, they didn't even try to de-age Hayden for that. Like he just looks really old in his costume. But it's fine. We can just let it be. You know, just having him back is great. And I think the whole purpose of the flashback scene is to really answer the idea of Vader when meeting Obi-Wan again. He's like, now the circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. And here in the flashback, we see that Obi-Wan is teaching Anakin's like, hey, this certain mindset that you have, if you get past it, since you're not able to get past it, that's why you're still the Padawan. Um, so I'm guessing that's how they're explaining that, which is fine. I don't really care. Um, it's an interesting way to look at it, but it was cool to see. There's a lot more Vader, especially at the end. Vader, my gosh, just shows up at the end of the episode, and it's just like I'm gonna blow everyone's mind with how the Force works. Cause my goodness, Vader is stupidly powerful here. Um, like he shows up in a hangar when the ship is about to leave, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's that Vader does that a lot, but he just rips that the ship straight out of the sky, crashes it down, destroys it with the Force, and like that was cool. That was a star killer moment, but at the same time, it's kind of like, holy crap, Vader, you've been holding on us. Where was that during Rogue One when you saw that ship fly off? Where was that in uh, Empire Strikes Back where the Falcon is on Hoth and flies away? Uh, I feel like there are several moments where Vader could have and should have done that sort of thing. But now we saw that type of immense power in Fallen Order, but this was still huge. Rebels, I don't think, had that strong of a Vader. He was still strong. He could have just pulled the ghost right out of the sky, but he didn't. My goodness. Vader, so powerful, so cool in this. I like what they've done with Vader. They know how to do him, like make him look cool, the way we wanted to see him. If only they could give that treatment to Boba Fett. Boba Fett's still fine. I like him still. But Vader, yeah, that's the big. Honestly, we're gonna be hearing a lot about Vader for the next week. We're gonna see clips online of Vader doing all that crap. It's gonna be. It's gonna be something. They answered a lot of questions in this episode that we were waiting the entire show to get to. Honestly, we really needed these answers sooner than later. Um, so they, I'm glad that they actually addressed the whole Reva knowing who Anakin is, because when that happened, everyone was like, "Bro, how does she know? She shouldn't be knowing." And they're like, in this episode, they're like, "Ah, you shouldn't know." It's confirmed that she's a youngling from the opening. We knew that already. Um, but no, the episode actually opens with a disclaimer warning. It's like, hey, some stuff happens, and like I thought that was so weird because we've never seen that before. Then it makes you start thinking. Order 66. That's a tough one. We got to see children be killed. Like we don't see them actually get slashed at. But we see lightsaber motion, then a kid drops for like half a second, but like, yeah, stuff happens. Reva, her main motivation to get close to Vader is to kill him. Not really sure how I feel about that. Because it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a simple thing. I think, I don't know, she could have tried any other point. I guess. I mean, I guess this is kind of the closest that we see them together. Anyway, she tries to kill Vader, and yeah, Vader definitely after that display of power, like beats her no problem. Like half the fight, he's not even using a lightsaber. He's just like pushing her aside with the force. It's kind of cool. And then we finally get to see the Grand Inquisitor. He's not dead. I I didn't think that he was dead, but like I'm glad that they didn't just forget about him. That was answered. Good, great. Um, but Reva's not dead. She was stabbed by Vader. She lost the fight, but they left her alive. It's gonna be a problem, but they left her alive. Why? I don't know. Um, it's a weird thing. I don't think Vader would have left her alive, like because he doesn't tolerate failure. And I'm very sure he wouldn't ever tolerate betrayal. Because like he stabbed her, but he would finish her with a force choke. Um, but of course we have to have her alive for the finale. And if the rumors of her getting her own spin-off show is true, she's got to be alive for that. By the way, they're setting up. I guess Luke is in trouble because Reva finds out about Luke somehow. Um, Interesting. I don't know what she'll do with that information, but I, I don't know. I don't know what her goal is. Um, but that's where we're at. At some point next episode is the finale, so Obi-Wan's gonna have to fight Vader. So that's gonna be cool and exciting. Leia didn't really do much this episode. They did try to give her something to do, but even then, you could cut out most of her scenes, and it wouldn't make a difference. Yeah, because most of her scenes is just her in a vent, struggling, but we're not really, we their way of showing her struggle wasn't very effective because it just looked like she's just not doing anything, and being like, oh, I'm acting like I'm doing something important, but I don't know what I'm doing. That's kind of what it looked like. I know, whatever. Um, Raha is dead. That was kind of a bit of a surprise, but characters died. Oh yeah, we got to see like a whole army of stormtroopers. I don't know if we saw that many of the refugees be killed in that battle. We saw a lot of stormtroopers die, but maybe like one or two refugees. I would have thought more, because they're Vader's 501st, handpicked. So, yeah. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Honestly. It's a good episode. It's, it's exactly what people were wanting to get answers from. It's what people wanted to see from this show. There you go. It's in one episode, but we got it. So next week, I don't know what we're doing next week. We got to get rid of Leia so we can focus on Luke and focus on Obi-Wan. Leia needs to get home. So yeah, that's my thoughts of the episode 5. I didn't do one for episode 4. I thought it was a fine episode, but there wasn't really much to talk about. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.